right.
All right, we're ready.
We ready? Okay.
Welcome
Welcome.
to Elvis Fans Matter.
You got it. And how about you?
Welcome to Elvis Fans
All
Matter.
right.
Now it's your
There you
turn.
Welcome to Elvis Fans Matter. And today we're going to do a few little questions that people ask. And
But first,
but first, we're going to do what I want to do.
okay, Elvis. Don't make me shoot you. We're going to give our thoughts on Agent Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
Give your
Agent
thoughts.
Elvis. I'm going to tell you, I watched 3 of the little episodes, and I couldn't take no more. It just, it jumped around all over the place, just blood splattered here and there. Scatter is, I know it's supposed to be a kind of like a cartoon.
An adult cartoon.
And it was supposed, Elvis, he liked to always be the hero, and how much he was into law enforcement. I get all that. But the way that comes off, God, I'm going to tell you, it's more like they're downing Elvis than actually
It's like
doing
a
something.
Mockery.
Yeah.
It's like a mockery and making
Really is.
fun. To me, I thought it was the silliest bunch of crap I've ever seen in my life. I didn't like it at all.
I'm sorry, that's just the way I feel about it. I just assumed watch buffalo run through sage grass.
I'm surprised that
disappointed.
Priscilla was even involved in something like that. I'm surprised. I am. I just, to me, it's just like, I hope the younger group that's supposed to be, they're reaching out to touch the younger generation. I hope it's not with this silly crap. That to me is just nasty. Not that he didn't cuss and say cuss words and F word and all that, but he didn't do it every time we went out.
Every other breath, almost,
Nice smile, Danny.
You got a cute face, Danny, in there.
What'd
Okay.
you think?
He thought he was being cute. He was mooning at us.
Yeah,
I was disappointed because I had high hopes
I did too.
for it as something different. It's a cartoon, and they have many adult cartoons. They're not family oriented. They are made for adults, and that's fine. But I just thought. I think that they could have had a good thing with it and a good thing going, but I feel like instead of it being, and I know it's not really, it's based on, it's influenced on the entertainer Elvis, and what if he was a secret agent, and that could have been a good thing, but I almost felt like they were mocking him or making fun of him or trying to make him look stupid.
Look silly, like he's slow.
Yeah, it just didn't go, and the whole thing with Scatter being a whoremonger and a drug addict.
You're right. You know what bothered me more than anything?
It was just vulgar.
Yeah, it is. But you know what really bothered me about Scatter? Scatter is an animal, and they're putting him with a human being with the prostitutes in the back seat.
They humanized the monkey too much.
Yes.
And I
He did like the women,
Yeah, but
and that's fine.
you know.
And he did, like you said, he did like to
Go
hit the
around
alcohol, but just having the cocaine and the marijuana, which that's all real life.
Well, we just totally kept him away from the alcohol.
I just wouldn't.
There was a couple, 3 times that, he, well, a couple, I know.
And I did not
That's
like.
about it as far as
I didn't like Matthew McConaughey or Hugh or whoever the hell, I didn't like his voice as. I know they did it because of I saw where they said the Southern, but
because I like Matthew McConaughey as an actor.
Oh, I
like him as an actor.
I did not the voice.
And probably would like him as a person if I met him,
but as Elvis, he didn't fit.
No, but I'm surprised he would do the voice, but then again, people don't know Elvis, and that's what we're talking about. The younger fans coming up, and the ones that don't know the real personal life of him and all. You know, that's kind of a bad light to set him in. That it just.
I just felt like they had a good thing. They could have had a good thing, just like the Elvis movie, but we've already touched that. But I just feel like they could have had a very good thing going with it, but it was just, in my opinion, and again, these are just our thoughts and opinions. I mean, if you like it, that's great. It's not like we can't be friends or anything because we don't get along. But, I mean, agree to disagree. But my personal thoughts, I thought it was a little bit ridiculous and silly, and that it could have been, even though it's cartoon and they're not supposed to be serious, but I thought they could have had a good thing going and just missed it. It
had no meaning, nothing.
No,
I mean, it was just
Well,
jump, and every other word was nasty and everything insinuated. And they say, okay, you got to realize this is not.
Well, this
totally
is
about
like
Elvis.
this. It's like this. If they'd have had me in it, playing the part of Scatter, well,
Been okay.
Been okay.
I don't know about that
I'd
now.
like
The
to
back
kill a
seat
whole bunch of people.
with a hooker.
Well, I'd have had
With a
you in there,
hooker,
too,
yeah.
along with the rest of them.
Yeah, right.
You notice I died.
Yeah, I could name a few.
I just think a good opportunity was missed.
I do
Yeah.
too. I thought it was horrible.
And it's really not too late to change it over
To change
a little
it
bit.
up.
and make
If it had
make it
been
better, you know.
like he loved being a agent. He loved it. He actually did have a DEA badge. He
Yeah.
was, but he loved all that, and he was so proud of it. And to present it like that makes it a mockery to me.
Well, it's like it's making fun.
It's like it's making fun of him, and
Yeah.
I just want to.
And again, my personal opinion, because a lot of my friends asked on social media that have children, I would not recommend that your under probably 13, 14 years old, even 15, 16. I mean, just depending
Even
on
more.
it just depending on what your child knows. I mean, these are different days, but for a small child that's an Elvis fan, I personally don't recommend that it's a child. It's
Well,
not a
the
child
movie was bad. I mean, I'm gonna just.
The
plain
movie
out
was
say
just
it.
off.
The movie was bad, and this is worse.
Yeah, that's about how you can sum it up.
Yeah. And with that, what can I tell you, man?
Yeah.
Even Scatter would be offended.
I would, Elvis would be so ashamed and so. I think he'd be just, angered at the point to portray him like that. I just,
And we have a lot of people that are some of our followers that I loved it because I see the comic relief and I know the difference because I'm an Elvis fan and I found it to, and that's fine. That's your opinion.
Yes,
Everybody is
this
entitled
is
to
just
that.
our opinion.
but
Don't let
we
it
were
have any
asked.
effect on anyone.
But yeah, a ton of
that
people have
likes it.
asked.
I mean, that's everybody. It's just our opinion.
It's
We
nothing
don't
what
like
we
it.
expected.
But then again,
well, it kind of it is.
But anyway, if you like it, that's fine, and we understand. I mean,
we all have different.
we all different. All of us, especially me. I'm really different. I'm a different kind of individual.
You sure do.
So,
You
There's
got that
not
right.
a problem with
I'm
liking it.
psycho. Psychic.
There's not a problem with liking it and enjoying it, and especially if this was just, the character was influenced by Elvis, but this is not really how it was, and I just like it because I find that type of humor and funny, but I know the true story. But like you said, for people that are just becoming Elvis fans,
Yeah.
with the Elvis movie last year and Austin Butler and that whole group, and then this, I'm afraid that the younger generation that doesn't know the true story or know the past, that's how they're going to think that he was, and this just downright portrays him as a little bit on the goofy side, in my opinion.
Well, it's just like with the movie. Everybody raved, the younger generation. Yeah. That was nothing compared to Elvis. Elvis was so out of this world that anything anybody does about him and says, oh, this is not really about him, if his name is on it, and they have him dressed like Elvis, and they have Scatter, and they have Priscilla, and they have people that related to, you know, in things that he was in, then yes, everybody's going to think, you know, oh, that's Elvis. And it's just pitiful.
When I first saw the little advertisement for it, I thought, I think I even said, you know, they finally got it right. They finally got it wrong.
They got it wrong again.
Well, I even said in that video we may be coming back with retraction.
Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it. That, you know.
I don't see how Lisa would like that. If she, you know, I mean, of course, we weren't around Lisa for many, many years and don't really know what she liked as an adult. But I can tell you one thing. Knowing Elvis the way I knew him and knowing him the way you knew him, he would have shot that TV out in a minute.
If I ever win the lottery, I'm going to make my movie about Elvis. And we'll get it right.
We'll get it right.
We'll get it right.
But you know, I told Billy, I said, we could just, finally
get it right.
You can see him sitting and watching that. I can see that turquoise handle coming up, and that would have been it.
Yep, that 45.
45 would have, you know, no, it would have never been made had he still been here.
Would have never thrown the TV in the pool, or, you know. Buried it maybe, but not in the pool. Although we, you know, did a lot of crazy stuff in the pools a lot of times. Shooting light bulbs and boats and stuff like that, but that's a little too much, you know.
But anyway, that's the name of that game, and that's our story, and we're sticking to it. You got some questions?
Yeah, I've got a few questions that just kind of go along with that theme, and then some more questions we'll save for another video.
Okay.
But a big question that we've gotten asked is, did y'all ever see any of the 007 movies, and did Elvis like those? Was he a fan of the 007?
Really?
Yes,
Yes,
we watched just about every one of them.
As far as I know, we watched
that
them all while he was alive. You know?
Yeah, and the Clint Eastwood movies.
Yeah.
All those that run along that same. Yeah. We sure did. We watched every one of those.
In fact, we thought about doing a movie, you know, ourselves, you know, and call it The Good, Bad, and the Silly.
I remember him saying that, because he was always saying we're going to be all sent to the home for the silly. If they had one, that's where we'd be today.
Oh, they got one. I just don't want to go there.
It's not the silly, though.
It's a nervous house.
The nervous hospital. The nervous hospital.
All right.
That's funny. I can just home for the silly.
One question is, who exactly was considered original Memphis Mafia?
I've answered that before.
But you got answered again.
Answer it again.
How the original Memphis Mafia started?
Got started was in Vegas. Yes, we were going to see an artist. And so he had bought all of us black mohair suits and all, and we all dressed alike. And, but it was not, you know, to look like the mafia. We hadn't even thought about that, you know, or ever been, you know, even. But we decided we was going to go. What is it? Oh. No, I'm just acting
y'all
crazy.
stopped and you all got out and
yeah, we all got out and we lined up, you know, like in height and all that. We had already planned it.
I'm sure you were at the front of the line. I couldn't help that was irresistible.
Oh, well, you gonna be funny, huh? What usually is always at the back of the line.
Well, if you line up with them, you can be, you know.
But anyway, it was, let me make sure I get them all in there.
That'll get you back for the scatter and the...
Shut up. You had Red, Sonny, Chief and Lamar, Alan and Joe,
And you. And Gene.
Gene and me. Oh, no, Gene and Marty. And me, and I think that was it.
Of the original.
Of the original. As far as I can remember, that was the original group.
That's why they say the original, but everybody became the,
yes, when you say original, we're just talking about
how
the
they got
people
named.
That were there when the reporter wrote about it. Elvis, he arrives with the Memphis Mafia, and that was a story that come out in the paper in Vegas. So, but everybody that worked for Elvis, from that point on, we all considered the Memphis Mafia.
The guys, only the guys that traveled with him.
Right, only the guys, no, naturally no women,
Yeah.
Approximately what year was that?
62, I believe. I used to say 61, but actually it was first part of 62.
No, did you research that? Sorry.
Living it's not good enough. You got to research it.
I see right now y'all picking on me, ain't you? I did my research on it.
Good deal.
Yes, sir. And everybody, I know they were telling the truth. I know it. When I interview somebody, I can look in the eyes and tell if they're telling a lie or if they're telling the truth.
Now you got to weigh out which story sounds the best.
Yeah.
And then you use it. Doesn't matter if it's the truth or not.
All these people, that they wouldn't add to it or nothing.
No.
And which is understandable. A lot of people add to a story, or sometimes they take away from one. It's understandable. I hardly ever try to correct anybody's story unless it's just too far out. Then you have no choice. I feel like I'm not doing it justice.
Or if they try to incorporate you into something that you know dang good and well, you don't want to agree with it, and then you're
look like an
quote
idiot.
unquote lying too.
Yeah,
I look like the idiot that I am.
And this is a serious question. This is a serious question that we've gotten because.
Oh no, not a serious one.
Just
not the way I feel today.
But several people have said because we make the short jokes in the comments, they want to know how tall you are.
Well, actually,
because they said they knew that there was a big height difference between you and Elvis. Well,
not really.
What, 5'6.5"?
No.
No way.
5'6"?
5'6".
5'6".
What I used to be. I'm actually, believe it or not, now 5'5.5".
I was gonna say because I'm a good bit taller
and
I'm Papa.
Now we got a tape measure, and it don't lie, But no, actually, I've gotten about a half-inch shorter. Just dare.
This is real personal.
Folks, you liable to see a strangling.
They all used to wear lifts in their shoes. That's why a lot of them looked like they were always going downhill, all the Memphis Mafia.
Hell, we were to us.
They wore boots and they put lifts in the heels so it'd make them look taller, and they all,
Well, let's see. I had 2-inch heels and I had 2-inch lifts. And I still look short. Just couldn't figure it out.
Okay. All right, next question was, who do you, and when you say Memphis Mafia, it's just, the guys, their question is, who was the first member of the Memphis Mafia you remember meeting? But what they meant was, who was the first person, guys that worked for Elvis, because you started working for him when you were, what, 17, 18? 18. Yeah. They said, who was one of the first, other than Elvis, that you were going to be working with? Who was one of the first guys that you remember meeting?
After they became, or before they were Memphis Mafia?
Well, just not Memphis Mafia. They say in the Memphis Mafia, but they mean
before
who was the first person that you met?
I really don't know how to answer that.
I would say Gene. Gene Smith.
Yeah.
Because he was your cousin.
Well, I mean, he's your cousin, but I mean, Like when y'all started working.
I mean, I had already met all of them when we were named, the Memphis
You remember the
Mafia.
first one that you met? Like Lamar was there, Red?
Well, let's see.
Like who was
The first-
already working for Elvis when you started?
First, believe it or not, the first one that I actually met was Arthur Hooten,
Yeah,
who was not considered a Memphis Mafia because he was no longer,
there.
There
working
when you
for
were-
I
Elvis.
remember him. I remember him.
And I really liked Arthur. I'd met him, and he was always, pretty much around in
And what about Cliff?
in like 56 and 57. Of course, a little later, Red on Audubon Drive, he come over and was with Elvis, and him and Elvis were boxing and all with big old heavy, like 16-ounce gloves, anyway. I think there's some pictures that Alfred
I remember
Wertheimer
those. Uh-huh.
fighting, and Red got tickled because he wanted me to put on the gloves, and he got on his knees, and boy, we were waylaying it out, and in a minute, I caught him with a fairly good one, and he said, boy, how old are you? I said, I'm 13. He said, oh no. He said, the gloves off. But Red was a card. Red, and then
Cliff. What about Cliff?
Bitsy Mott and all these
yeah.
people that were around Elvis at that time. And then a little later, naturally, Gene was there, and I already knew that Gene Jr., which was Gene's brother, and both of my first cousins, and they were around Elvis a whole lot. And of course, Lamar came in during the 56 part of it, and him and Cliff Cleese, and they were staying at the YMCA together, rooming together, and met them, and guys from there on. In came Alan.
What about, were you able to stay at the YMCA for free?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you
that's
did,
what I was
because
wondering about, because they came to Memphis.
I remember Lamar come up here, and he had a 56 Chevrolet black and white. I remember his car. And, but anyway, as it went on.
He had a new car, but he was staying at the YMCA.
Yeah.
That sounds like...
But, so many came in and out. Of course, when he got back from the Army, of course, Joe and Charlie, Rex Manfield didn't work. He didn't work for him, but his wife Elizabeth did, and she worked in the office as a secretary for a while.
Was that when your Aunt Lillian worked there?
No, that was, come to think of it, yeah, I think Aunt Lillian was still working there. But shortly thereafter, Aunt Lillian, she left, and of course, during the 57 and all, had 2 or 3 secretaries, and one of them was Red's wife, Pat, and I don't know, personnel changed a whole lot during that time.
Did your Aunt Lillian leave after Elvis's mother passed away? That was her sister.
Yeah. But anyway, just a lot of the group, came in and about. People, like that didn't actually work for Elvis, that came into the picture. There's so many of them.
When did Marty come?
Marty came in 61. He actually met Elvis, I think, in 60, but he didn't go to work for Elvis till 61.
They lived in New Orleans, didn't they? Louisiana?
Yeah.
And
The
he was
best
was
I
he a disc
remember,
jockey
I
for-
think he was a disc jockey in Louisiana.
Mhm.
Now, I may not get all this right. Sherry and Angie Lacker, they can tell you, and I think they
Yeah.
have told all about it, so if I'm wrong on some of it, you can,
Patsy had told me about stuff like that.
yeah,
way
you can
back.
always go to their channel
page.
and their page and find out, personal. A lot of the personal lives of some of these guys, I don't remember real well. Not I knew them and knew of all the, but being around Elvis in a group, we didn't talk about, family life a whole lot, so. But anyway, next question.
I think that's it on a lot of like the Memphis Mafia questions. I just kind of thought it went hand in hand with an agent and all of that. I do have a question
Secret agent,
about the badge. A lot of fans have asked for you to tell the story behind the badge picture, but I think that could be a video on its own. I have, tell the whole story about going and the badges and all that. So that'll be maybe more to come. But for now, I think this one will kind of wrap it up. We have a lot of like family questions about on the Presley side and the Smith side. Again, I think that would just go better together.
Siblings
and the siblings. So for now, I guess this one will wrap it up. Now we do have a few shout outs, and I had to write it down because I'll get to going and not. But
hey, everybody!
one of our followers, her YouTube name is Tina Claus 8114, and she has a nephew. He's 7 years old. He's a huge Elvis fan, and she asked that we give him a shout out. And his name is Wyatt Ham, and he's 7 years old. Hey Wyatt. And would like to say hello to Teresa Melton. Julie O'Connor. There are a few people that I believe we'll be seeing and meeting in August. They are going to come to the event. Let's see. Got Dustin Snow, Mike and Francis Mayo. Mike and Francis, we'll see y'all in August. Kathy Vickery, we'll be seeing you in August. I dealt with her son on getting her tickets together. And Mr. Tom Leonard. He is going to come and see us in August, and he worked on the set of All the King's Men with y'all. So, hey Tom, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well, and we'll see y'all in August. Other than that, if y'all don't have anything else for this episode,
I've heard y'all talk so much now that it's just. No, I think that'll be all for this segment.
I want to say hello to Phyllis.
Hey Phyllis.
Yeah.
Get ready, August is coming. Gosh. Booty short weather. We will be.
But anyway, I think that'll wind it up, folks.
Right.
And tell your friends to subscribe to our channel. We'd love.
Please, we want to continue to grow the channel. We're doing really well. We're getting really close to 10,000 subscribers, and that's
good.
A little over a year and a half.
And if we don't hit 10,000, we'll have to shut out. Remember that.
So, but we love y'all, and we appreciate all the shares.
And remember, what do we always say?
Elvis
fans
matter.
For ticket sale information, please reach out to me, Danielle, on Facebook Messenger, or you can shoot me an email at danny_rowe12@yahoo.com. That's Danny, DANI_rowe, ROWE12@yahoo.com. Thanks.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.